This first piece is written in French, which gives it away that it is Art Nouveau. We also see an exotic female. This next piece is Victorian era. Notice the full range of color, chromolithography, the naturalistic renderings of the butterflies. Our next piece is Arts and Crafts. It's very clear by that use of pastels. We see that initial cap. We also see the stylized natural forms, leaves and flowers. This next piece is the Victorian era. Notice the woman in her corset. We're looking at Charles Dana Gibson. Arts and crafts, once again, we see those stylized natural forms, the leaves, the flowers. And the Victorian era, we've got ephemera going on. We've got arts and crafts once again, those very busy borders and the horror vacui, that crowding of design elements in the field. We also see historicism, that use of pastels. This is definitely Victorian era typography. It's incredibly decorative. It's ornamental. Arts and crafts. Here's some wallpaper with the stylized natural leaves. Again, we go to Art Nouveau, the French lettering. And on this piece, we see chromolithography on tin. We're looking at the Victorian era. The type gives it away, that decorative typography. Again, in French, we're looking at Art Nouveau. And here we see an example of ukiyo-e. We can see the Japanese themes going on. Next, some fonts, and in them, we can tell that it's Art Nouveau. Even the curvilinear fonts give it away. Now, in this case, we're looking at a detail of typography from the arts and crafts with the stylized natural leaves, as well as the historicism in terms of the lettering. We've got some packaging where we've got very decorative type, thus the Victorian era, and another Victorian era piece with really decorative type and ephemera, lots of ornament going on. And once again, the Victorian era, we've got that extremely decorative type and all of the ephemera and ornamentation around the picture of the family, and the clothing tells us that we're looking at the Victorian era. A classic ukiyo-e piece by Hakusai, and here we see that Japanese theme and the calligraphic lettering. A piece for the Moulin Rouge in French by Toulouse-Lautrec. This is Art Nouveau. And here we see ephemera underneath the typography, half a century, have the leading record of. It's an ad from the Victorian era. A classic Victorian era children's book illustration showing that nostalgia, that sweetness, and the innocence by Kate Greenaway. And a Valentine that is Victorian as well. Here we see the stylized plants and leaves in furniture in this beautifully designed arts and crafts chair. And a very humorous Victorian era ad. Now, this is a private press movement of books. We see the historicism, it's arts and crafts, and a detail of calligraphic Japanese lettering. It's got to be ukiyo-e. And here we're looking at arts and crafts again, those stylized natural forms, those leaves, the flowers, and the lettering, the language, the can-can dancers, the curvilinear nature of the rendering all tell us we're looking at Art Nouveau. Again, the horror vacui tells us we're looking at arts and crafts, and Art Nouveau once again, and the Victorian era with the corsets and the ephemera, where the headline harness electric corset sits at top. Another Victorian era illustration by Charles Dana Gibson with the classic hair piled up on top of the head, and the typography showing that Medieval tribute, it's got to be arts and crafts. We've got the stylized leaves. This type is overly dramatic. It's got lots of ornament and ephemera. It's Victorian era. The stylized leaves, arts and crafts. And Art Nouveau again. We have the exotic females removed from contemporary time and place. Once again, another Art Nouveau piece. And here we see the Victorian era clothing, another Charles Dana Gibson illustration. And the classic Japanese ukiyo-e themes, as well as calligraphy. And that is the first style split. I hope you did well.